How we doing, guys? So, my understanding is, can you guys see Shannon? She's backstage, right? Good to have you, Ian, Barry, Mike, Paul, John Yeager, Lee Hansen, and Mike Parrott. YouTube's up to its regular hijinks. We tried getting in. I'm gonna bring. Did Shannon come with me this time, you guys? Can you see Shannon? My second time using StreamYard. My understanding is that you're backstage, but when I click on it, it looks like you're here with me.
It says everyone can see and hear you.
Sweet, awesome. So to my right is Shannon Constantine of Elysian Soaps. So that's really weird because last week Barry didn't come with me. He got like left behind in the stage. Ah, man, she is in. It's official. You're in. Welcome in.
Hey, Tobin. Hi, guys.
Thank you for your patience, Shannon. I appreciate you. And thanks, guys, for joining us. Good to have you, John Yeager. Good, good. Hey, Javier, David Lair. How are we all doing this morning, guys? So what's on your ticket for today?
Me?
What are you doing after the live? Anything?
I mean, resting, probably.
Nothing. Cool. We're going to drive down to Southern Oregon where our daughter has a soccer game. And then while down there, we're going to go to a place called Table Rock and do a hike and a shave review. And it's supposed to be like 88 degrees where the high is only 73 here. So I'm super excited. While we wait for more people to come in, hey, Fred Courier, good to have you, my friend. Sleep, hold an all-nighter. Oh, man, yeah, get some sleep, brother. You're going to miss all that college football. I have a couple questions from the community.
Okay.
The first one is from Lake. What is the real difference, if any? And when he with his comment, I already told him about how I've been talking with artisans about this, and that's actually the topic of my next Mythbusters, where I wear a tinfoil hat. So his question is: real difference, if any, between tallow and palm-based shave soaps. So, in your opinion, what do you see as the difference?
In terms of performance,
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Honestly, tallow it basically like mimics your own sebum. So you're getting more moisture in because it's like bioidentical. So I would
And for those who
say,
don't know, so sebum, for those who don't know, that's the oil that our skin naturally produces, correct?
yeah.
Okay.
So I would say tallow is probably a little bit more nourishing, but in terms of lather, palm oil lathers like nobody's business. So palm oil based shaving soaps are probably just going to be lather bombs. You could probably get that with the tallow base as well, but with the tallow, you're going to get extra nourishment on top of your lather, in my opinion.
Cool. Yep.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, and may be wondering, Shannon's base is a tallow base. We'll talk about that more in a second. From Jeff Denker, next question from the community: why soaps and fragrances? What got your passion started?
Oh my. I actually started in retail sales. So, I was selling fragrances and soaps and stuff all throughout college and before college. I worked at L'Occitane. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that brand. They actually do make shaving, like traditional wet shaving products. Before that, I was working at Acqua di Parma. They also make traditional wet shaving products and fragrances. So basically, my passion for it started from selling the products. And I thought, I know what sells because I know the market, because I've sold the market for such a long time. And I had developed my own tastes and my own nose as to what, I thought was a good fragrance. And I just felt like I could probably do this on my own,
Awesome.
So yeah, that was how I got started, basically.
I love it. And so for those who don't know, Shannon creates her own fragrances, but you've also done a couple collabs with Jay Miller. And is there anyone else that you've worked with the Elysian, or is it pretty much Jay?
Oh, J Man. Yeah. He's
Jay
actually,
Man, sorry.
yeah, J Man. He's basically like my blending partner whenever I'm working on like a big release, like for instance, Atlantis or Aurelius, we worked on those fragrances together. I think my own fragrances probably lean a little bit feminine. They're like unisex feminine, and his fragrances are more unisex masculine. So when you combine our styles together, like it's like a true unisex fragrance, but it leans a little bit more masculine in my opinion. So I need his help to do that. He's very good at creating those things. On my own, I love gourmands, and so I'll blend a lot of those together as well. Sometimes I'll get a request to do like a dupe or something. I also like duping fragrances. It's like a fun puzzle to try and like figure out. So I've done quite a few of those. I did an Aqua Velva dupe,
Yep.
Hero, which is coming out soon. We were talking about that earlier. That's a dupe of 212 by Carolyn Herrera. So that's like a classic 90s men's
That's a
cologne.
great fragrance.
Yeah, it's a really like clean classic fragrance. So yeah, sometimes I do dupes, sometimes I blend on my own, sometimes I collaborate, but Jay and I work on like most of my major releases are him and I. So
Cool. Well, I agree with the unisex, but at the same time, they're very wearable for a man. Like I have. So for those who don't know, I have a lot of her EDPs that even ones that she doesn't have in shave soaps, guys. Like Lyra, am I saying that right? And then
yeah.
Titan and Terra. There's just so many, and some of them they do have. They are all unisex. I would agree with that, but at the same time, I've never thought for 1 second. Juno was one that was kind of one that when I first sprayed on, it's a little too light, but then as it dries down, it just gets so stinking good that I can't stop smelling it. So like it's on that lighter side as I start out, but then that dry down is just fantastic. You mentioned Hero. That is a collaboration, and it's releasing this Thursday, October 10th at Pasteur's and at the Wet Shaving Store, correct?
Yes. And also, if you're in Europe, I just sent some to Andre as well. So it's a collaboration between me and Andre at Barba Traditional. And so I
Cool.
sent him a package of inventory too. So if you're in Europe and you want to order it, you can order it from him as well. But yeah, it'll be Andy at the Wet Shaving Store, Pastures, and then Andre. So
Awesome. Andy just snuck in.
yeah.
Morning, Andy, Sam Hillebrand, Sean Staplefield. Valera, good to have you, my
Hi
friend.
guys.
James, good to have you.
I like the shirt, Tobin.
Thank you. I bought that for you when you first got kicked off. One of your very first shirts. I love it. I love your logo. Like I've told you before, I love it. The colors, everything about it. Dragonfly flies are just amazing. They're so cool. Every time
I
you see
think
one,
you were the person that got me started on the shirts, though, weren't you? You were the one that
yeah,
asked
yeah,
about the
yeah,
shirt first.
yeah. When I first suggested it to you, it wasn't even on your radar, and I was like, oh yeah, guys will eat it up, and I've you looks like you've had success. I've seen guys wearing them in photos and stuff like that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it. I really do. I love your logo. And then there's nothing else, like it too, which is just it's perfect. And Andy is in the house. Thank you, Andy, for I reached out to Andy yesterday, asking him if he wanted to participate with the giveaway. And so we will be, before the end of this, during the live, giving away a soap and splash to Reaper of the Barbershop. And then for the replay guys, I have a $20 gift card. And so as soon as this thing ends and the live ends and it goes back up, feel free to enter it. That will be for the shave supply. And then a minute ago, Shannon mentioned gourmands, and there's one of her originals that I'll never let go of. That's cherry tobacco. And I have the Matthew Splash. Shannon now has these new tubs, which they're perfect. But when she originally started creating, for those who are new to Elysian or new to wet shaving, so you had them in these little tins. So also for the replay crowd, I have a cocoa orange truffle, and it
Ooh, yeah.
smells like it sounds. Like you want to take a spoon and eat it. And I've only scooped. I got an E that I've scooped into it for Elysian. This is backwards on StreamYard because I'm a schnerd like that, and I sometimes scoop crazy things. More questions for
That's
you.
original. I don't even think I have that in stock anymore. I might bring it back for Christmas though, because it's such a classic.
and it's so good. It smells exactly like it sounds, you guys. Cocoa, orange, truffle, and that's exactly what it smells like off the
Yeah,
tub and when you whip it up.
yeah, it's good
First
stuff.
soap you ever made, and how did it turn out?
Um, the first soap I made was a bar soap, and it was a lemon poppy goat's milk soap with poppy seeds sprinkled on it. And I put too much poppy seeds on the top because I didn't, I was like, I don't know how many poppy seeds to put in this thing. I wanted it to be a little bit, scrubby.
Texture, yeah.
And I put way too many, way too many on the top. Soap itself was nice.
Awesome.
But yeah, it had
Was
a
a little
lot of,
abrasive.
I had way too yeah, it was a little abrasive. But and then I gave it to my boyfriend's uncle. We were over at, family, hanging out with family. And I think I mentioned soap and I had a bar soap and I gave him a bar soap and he was like, he was flipped out over it. He loved it. And I was like, that's weird. But yeah, anyways, so that was how I kind of got into it. And then I was like, I felt encouraged. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna make more soap
Awesome.
after that. But yeah, my first soap was just a regular bath bar lemon poppy seed.
And that's that and from what I understand, I've never made soap, and nor do I ever intend to. But from the literature I've read, and including the artisans I've spoke with, that you really need to start with a bar soap and those cold press soaps before you move on to soft shaving soaps and whatnot. Good morning, Christian, and the dude, and Shave Trooper, and anyone else. Hey, Fred shaves from across the pond. How you doing, my friend? Didn't
Hey,
expect to see you pop in. I know he loves your products. Everything I've ever tried, seen, or used from Elysian is pure perfection. It truly is, Shannon. You're killing it. And I'm talking
thank,
packaging with personal letters, tubs, tins, labels, soap base, and scents. Yeah, you're hitting it on all cylinders.
thank you.
Yep, agreed. The guys are all green. And
Um,
you, are you still sourcing your own tallow? I know when you started out that you were actually going to a butcher
yeah.
and getting tallow. Still are, and you're rendering yourself, right?
Oh no, I don't render it myself. I have the butcher do it.
Okay.
Professional. Yeah. I think
Okay.
you can render it yourself, but it could be a little bit gamey smelling if you do it by yourself and you don't do it correctly. So it's better to have somebody like with an industrial setup to render it for you in a large quantity. So and it's
And
beautiful
then
stuff.
back in the
Huh?
day, years ago, we used to have quite a few artisans that you could tell that they were rendering it their own, and it wasn't always consistent because some tubs would be fine, and then other tubs you'd be like, "Whoa, Nelly!" It was gaming. Gaming is one nice word for. Hey, Kieran, good to have you, my friend. Hope you and your young family are doing well. More than Alex Botello. You're in Pennsylvania, born and raised.
Born and raised a little bit, but I lived in New York for a while, and then I went to school in Oregon, so near you.
Cool,
Um, and then I drove down to LA after college, got work there, lived there for about 10 years, 10 or 11 years. And then during the lockdowns, I felt too stir crazy. I wanted to go back to the East Coast. So moved back here like 3.5 years ago. So
cool. And you don't miss LA
um certain
sometimes.
aspects of it, no, but like now that like the leaves are changing and it's gorgeous, like absolutely not. Like there's no way you
Yeah,
could not pay me to live in Los Angeles. It's so pretty here. And fall is just
yeah,
like such a
yeah.
delight.
I love the Four Seasons. I love the Four Seasons. I could
Where
never do
where
without it.
where are you at in Oregon? You're in Oregon, right?
Yeah, Eugene. Essentially, I'm in Springfield, which is the neighboring city.
Oh, okay. Very
So
cool.
I'm like literally 6 miles from the University of Oregon. So just right
Oh,
in
okay.
Eugene.
Got it.
And it's perfect. So like 45 minutes from the Pacific, 45 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on if it's August or January from the snow. And so, it's just everything that you could ever dream of, including the high desert, which is only a couple of hours away, and then Southern Oregon is a lot
Yeah.
like California. So it's like, we
Yeah.
just have the just diverse landscape everywhere you look.
Yeah. It's
So,
beautiful. Beautiful coastline too.
like myself, you have great taste and you're a dog person. Is it Mastiffs?
Yeah,
Mastiff,
we have
right?
uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah. And what is your Mastiff's name? Do you have more than one?
I have two. We've got a male and a female. The male's name is Praetorian, like the Praetorian Guard,
Okay,
and
cool. Yeah,
then
yeah.
the female is Sybil.
Sybil,
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, and she's about 8 months right now.
I love mastiffs. One day, I always tease my wife. One day, our youngest is 16. She moves out in a couple of years. That I have a couple of different things on my bucket list, and one of them would be like a huge piece of property somewhere in western Montana with like 40 dogs and just nothing to do but
You
shave
could just be
and
a
play with
breeder.
my dogs.
You should be a
Yeah,
breeder.
that would be work though. But yeah, yeah, no, that'd be work. My wife would definitely kill me if I did that. All
Yeah.
right, here's a tough question for you.
Okay.
Favorite scent that you've created? If there's like one scent that really stands out that you're proud of that you created, what is it?
Oh, definitely Aurelius. That was our last big release. Yeah, there. I have it here. I need to blend some more up, but this is. I don't know how we did. I don't mean to say I don't know how we did it. I mean I know how we did it, but it's my favorite because it's just universally appealing in my opinion.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
has a very well balanced profile to it. It's woody, it's citrusy.
a
It's
little
got
spicy.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of spice. It's got some leather notes in there.
Yep.
It's just nice, masculine, clean smelling. It smells beautiful on the soap. Um, it's a it's a tough act to follow too. Like we're trying to blend the rest of the Roman Empire emperors that we're gonna do. We're gonna do Hadrian, Trajan, Constantine, Caesar, Augustus. But we're stuck a little bit. We're a little stuck because this one is such a tough act to follow. it,
That's it.
it was turned out so perfectly and so beautiful. It's like, damn, how do we do that again? So, but we're working
Yep.
hard on the whole line. But yeah, I think I'm the most proud of this one.
Awesome. It's a banger. It really is. It's a banger. I put on the a spray of the EDP that you sent me just before the video started, and I just
Yeah,
reapplied it again, and it's a banger. It is.
yeah, it's like a
Cool.
signature. It's like you could wear it as a signature scent if you're a guy, and
Yes,
that like,
absolutely. And
yeah, day,
that
night,
one
what?
was. And
Yeah, it's
J Man had a hand in that too, right? Because this is a
yeah,
more masculine fragrance. Yeah.
yeah. He had a hand
Yeah,
in
I
that.
still haven't tried sticks yet. Nathan is talking about sticks and pine and
So
pepper for the men. Those two
I
are
think
on my radar.
I think maybe sticks might be my second, the one that I'm second proud of the most. That again, that has another really complex push pull kind of element to it. I like fragrances where it's balanced between, there's like a yin and yang between two
Yep.
elements. Like for Aurelius, it's the citrus and the woods that are like pulling apart. And then for sticks, you've got this apple top note that smells sweet, but then it immediately plunges into this like dark, tobacco, incense.
Leather. Yeah. Incense.
Yeah, and it just pulls in two directions. It's like it kind of fools you at first. Like you get in there and you're like, oh, this is sweet, maybe gourmand, and then it's like bang, like it
Yep.
just balances perfectly between these two poles. So yeah, I love it when fragrances do that. It's hard to pull off. It just sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, you should smell sticks because you probably would really like that, especially if you like Juno, because sticks and
I
Juno
love
are
Juno.
yeah, they're like cousins.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The top notes of Juno, I'm like okay with, but once the middle and the base and then the dry down hits, it's just one of those ones I keep.
Yeah, it's a nice one. Yeah, I
Yeah.
still love Juno, but definitely Styx is like it's like a darker, more developed Juno, I guess you could kind of say. It's got that sweet
Awesome.
top, and then when it dries down, it's just like, loveliness, masculine loveliness.
And you have that in stock now.
Yeah, I have it in stock. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yep.
Someone mentioned Olympus, and I have to say Olympus is it would definitely be in my probably top 5 of your fragrances. I have more of her EDPs, guys. Like I'm not kidding. Shannon's EDPs are just they're what you would expect from like a niche fragrance designer, and I'm not just saying that they're the high quality original, just everything about it. It has that you know depth and just texture to it. Something I like to compare like 4K TV to like standard def. And with a lot of the fragrances on the market, you're like it's like standard definition to where you get some of the notes and stuff there, but they're just not as crisp. They're not as vibrant. They're not as deep, and there's just not as many colors. And yeah, no, her EDPs, you guys, even if you don't buy a soap, grab an EDP.
Thank you.
Sol and Luna, yeah, it's Sol and Luna, yeah. You guys, I think if you follow my content, you guys know how I feel about Sol and Luna. Luna is just amazing.
Yeah, those are OG fragrances. Those are like one of the first fragrances I ever blended, and I did it on the fly. I had no clue what I was doing. They both smell excellent though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that was my first foray into fragrance blending. What was the last set you got for me, Tobin? Was it Atlantis Deep?
From you, Olympus.
Oh, it was Olympus. Okay. All right.
Yeah, and I picked up a couple EDP scents, but yeah, Olympus. And Olympus is so damn good. That's the one that I did out at the lake, and I'm still really happy with how those photos turned out. Yeah,
Oh,
that fragrance is so damn good.
Send some of those photos, please. You take excellent. I love your shave of the day photos, but my marketing guy is going to want to steal some of those from you.
Go for it, anytime.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, Atlantis Deep. I've had a sample of one of these little samples, and it's like Atlantis, but the name is and the label too. That blue. I don't know how you came up with that blue, but that blue is just, I love it. I love blues though, in general.
Well, one thing that I do is I hire an actual artist to do my graphic design work. So all the labels are done by like an actual artist who's classically trained. She's a good friend of mine. She's in the UK. But don't get me wrong. I like AI art. Like I think some of it's really cool, but I just wanted to take more of a traditional route. And like, if you can hire an artist and pay an artist, like, that's a no-brainer for me. I always wanted to support artists. So.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. For me, I don't. So the only place I have a problem with AI is when people try and push it off as real. That's when that's when I get, like, whether it's an Instagram model or just a landscape somewhere, right? That's the part that drives me. I don't mind the art like so much, right? But it's like what is real and what isn't real that really bugs me out. It kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies. So where do you find your inspiration for new fragrances?
Oh goodness. Well, for instance, Aurelius, do you remember that whole trend that was going on, what's your Roman Empire? Or how often do you think about the Roman Empire? It was like a social media trend that was going around last year. But I thought, that's interesting. We do think about the Roman Empire a lot. And then I was like, oh, wouldn't it be cool to do like historical figures? And then I was like, wouldn't it be cool to do Roman emperors, So basically all of these are just straight out of my imagination most times, unless I've got like a task to do, like I've got to do collaboration where I've got, client tastes to take into consideration. But other than that, I just, mostly historical, mythological. I love anything having to do with myths. And yeah, I just throw ideas off of, like, for instance, Jay, he was the last one. I was like, wouldn't it be cool to do like mythological weapons, like, like Excalibur and stuff? That would be really cool. So I just, I just think of this stuff that it just comes to me. And then if it evokes a feeling in me, then I want to try and bottle that feeling, basically.
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And it really is for me. It just fit because I've always felt like you've always kind of had this ancient, mythical, not necessarily centered, but all encompassing kind of that period feel to it, like Styx. I know it's not like directly tied in, right? But just there's, and of course, Olympus right here in front of me, and just all these Atlantis, right? Shoot, I can go on and on, other than maybe some of the gourmands, but which cherry tobacco, you guys.
Yeah.
If you like something like Cella, is that still available? Should I even tease them with it?
Oh yeah, I just made a batch of it. So yeah, and I added an EDP to that line as well as a balm. So their full line is available. But yeah, cherry tobacco, that it's just, it's such a good fragrance. How could you resist?
No, how can you resist? And it's better than Cella. Like, you've taken what a lot of guys think of as Cella and that kind of cherry almond type
Almond.
fragrance, but then you've elevated it with a more natural kind of cherry and that tobacco behind it. It is good, you guys. If you like something like Cella, you're going to love her cherry tobacco even more. So you mentioned balms, and that reminded me of something because
Yeah.
your post-shave balms are one of three that I would recommend, and that would be like my top three favorites. There's a lot of different artisans that I use just because I like to do like matching scents and stuff like that. But yours is fantastic. And something else, so I have a secret that I keep close to the vest. I'm a ginger. And so because I'm a ginger, I have like skin issues, right? Not like bad or anything like that, but I just
You have
like
a high,
get dry
you have a
skin.
high pain,
Where,
you have a high pain tolerance too?
what's that? High pain tolerance? Yeah, no, I do have a high pain tolerance. I do. So like even like the little loby part of my ears like get dry and stuff like that. So I'll have to put like just lotion on my face. I rarely put lotion on my hands, but you are creating your skin balm because guys, this is good stuff, Maynard, right here, and you are making your own post shave balm too, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Killer,
Yeah.
absolutely killer. And it's now, are you trying to target it to where all of your fragrances moving forward are also coming out in the post shave balm and the splash? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I expanded so that most of the lines that are popular now, like Pine and Pepper and Aurelius, sticks, they all have balms now. So post shave balms, so that you can, when you like a scent, you want to layer it because it lasts longer.
Yep.
So adding the
Yep.
balm, like an extra layer, and then when you do the aftershave and the EDP, like it should last for a very long time if you've got the layering
Yep.
effect going on. But
Yeah, and that's exactly how I like to do it.
yeah,
So with Luna, a great example because I'm holding it. I'll do the splash, I'll do the bomb, and then I'll come through, moments later and hit with the EDP, and that'll include even on the neck where I've already applied the bomb. And guys, if you're not already doing it, an easy trick that I'll just share real quick is applying lotion to your skin 5, 10, 20 minutes, depending on your skin type and the lotion, to where you're going to apply your EDP, and then it will actually last longer. Just don't use a scented lotion.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, Fuzz, good to have you. Um, Not sure how to pronounce your name, but from New Jersey, it looks like. Good to have you, brother. Yeah, and the bomb is really whatever you're hearing about the bomb. And Andy says it's probably one of the best available. It is. I agree. It would be in my top three. It really is.
It's
But
like
Grape Ape.
I made it like
Um,
it's a gel cream, so it's in between a gel and a cream. So it's like
yeah,
very,
no,
very,
that's
very,
a good analogy of it.
yeah.
It is like a gel cream.
Hmm.
I know you guys can't really see it, but and I hate this StreamYard. It's backwards. Left is right, and right is left.
Yeah, it's weird.
It is weird, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, so good. And the scent strength is perfect for a bomb because a lot of times you don't want a bomb to be too strong. And I
Yeah.
found that yours are finding a nice happy medium of about a 4.
Yeah.
Oh, so good, damn good stuff, Maynard. Um, Andy, did you send me the? Oh, you did. Send to my email. Maybe I'll get Andy to help facilitate the giveaway. Hey, Andy, you ready to facilitate the giveaway? He sent me an email, but I think if I don't want to mess with it. I don't want to lose you guys. Under
Cool. You
camera settings, hit mic
giving
pro
away
camera.
Reaper, right? It's a Reaper.
Yeah, it's Reaper.
Oh, okay. Cool. That one's going to be like an oud wood fragrance.
Yeah, random number between 1 and 64. Okay, so here's how I'll do it then. So we have 64 entrants. Wow, that's amazing. We didn't kick it off until late yesterday. Thank you for everyone who entered. Hey, Google, random number between 1 and 64. 49. Did you guys hear that? 49.
49.
And that's courtesy of the Wet Shaving Store and Shannon Elysian. I'm a sucker for a good oud too, my friend.
Yes.
I can't wait to try the Reaper. That artwork on it is out of bounds. I told Andy I need a T-shirt. Like I'm a T-shirt nut, and so like everywhere I look, I see T-shirts. But that would just be an epic T-shirt.
Yep. That would actually be a really cool T-shirt. Andy, are
right?
you listening to?
Yeah, he knows. He knows. I made sure he heard me loud and clear yesterday.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, and Alexandria, I forgot about that one too. That is so dang good. That's
Yeah.
another one that fits right in with your.
I need to work on getting new, but that one has oud in it. Actually, I need to get different bottles for that one. So it's out of stock right now. But I have a customer that literally went in and bought he bought all of it, 6 bottles, just to stock up because I was like, I'm going to discontinue it maybe and until I figure out the packaging. But him and his wife love it so much that they bought all of them.
That's awesome. It is really,
Yeah.
really good. Andre, are you in the house? If Andre is here, he wins. If not, we'll redraw real quick. Andre Diego?
Andre, is that number 49?
Yep.
Cool. They have to be on
Yeah.
the line to accept the prize.
Yep. And just in case he isn't, I'll draw another number right now. Andre, if you're here, let us know. Okay,
Yep.
Google. Random number between 1 and 64.
Here's a random number, 53.
53, Andy, just in case. Did he mention? Hey, Andy, I didn't see Andy in here. Andy actually recorded the unboxing this morning, and that's all I'll say. I don't want to spoil my video that I actually have ready to go.
Cool.
Do we have a drop date for Reaper yet? So Hero is the 10th, and then that's Carolina Herrera's 212, right? Or is it 112? 212?
Hero is 212. Yeah.
212, yep.
Yeah. I mean, it's an homage to 212.
You're right. Yep.
Yeah, it's not exact.
And do we have a date for Reaper of the Barbershop? That hasn't been announced yet, right?
Hasn't been
Am I
announced
thinking
yet.
right? Okay.
Wait for Andy on that one. Soon though.
Hey, Joe Scully. Having fun? Yes, sir. I hope you're having fun as well. I got a full day plan. Matreo Borghi.
Okay. Is that the winner?
As long as he's here, because that's one thing that we wrote it up is that the winner had to be present. And what I don't like, so like, you know how on Instagram you could click on it and see who's in here. With StreamYard and with YouTube, you can't do that. I really don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't see any of the chats, unfortunately.
Okay, Google. Number between 1 and 64.
15.
15. We'll try once more, and if nothing else, we'll make it a part of the replay. Number 15, Andy. Third time's a charm. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. 31 folks in here. One of them has to be number 15. Is Hero going to be available at Elysian as well?
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
No.
Cedric, he says, I'm here, Naz. Or that's Brian, rather. Brian, right?
Did we get a winner?
Harold Alston. Is there a Harold in the house? Armored Princess, good to have you. Come on, Harold. Hey, Paul Walton. I don't think I saw you snuck in here. I saw Paul the Kiwi, whatever his username is, right? It's Kiwi, right? Kiwi Shaver. Good to have you, Paul Walton. Some bitch. Is anyone here? No, it's just me and you, James. Everyone else is just AI from China, which is a bunch of Chinese bots, especially
They're
that
all
Dave
bots.
Lair, Barry guy. Well, son of a biscuit. Let's just make it a part of the replay. So, to thank you for being here, Mike Parrott. I appreciate you, my brother. You're the only guy in the chat that isn't a Chinese bot. So thank you for being here.
I can actually I can see the comments now.
Oh, good. I was wondering.
But when I look at the comments, I can't see you or me. So it's pretty much like one or the other. Joe Scully said draw again.
All right, I'll draw one more time. Okay, Google. Random number between 1 and 64.
61.
61. One more time. Uno más. Good to have you, German 77. Sam Hillebrand just asked Shannon, what was your most challenging fragrance? Thanks, Paul.
Old timer. Yeah, it's a dupe of Aqua Velva.
Aqua Velva. That was a
And
shaved
Andy
axe lab.
will know. Yeah, Andy will know because they and Shave Dad. It was a Shave Dad release from last year, but we've since brought it back. So it's part of the Essentials collection that Andy carries at the wet shaving store. But it's a dupe of Aqua Velva, and apparently Aqua Velva is a very difficult, very difficult formula to copy. Yeah. And I tortured both of them trying to get through the formula. I kept sending them version after version, and then they kept getting worse.
They kept getting worse.
Yeah, they were like, "Can you fix this one thing, or a little less lavender, or a little more mint?" And then I would send it, and they would be like, "No, this doesn't smell like Aqua Velva."
You were closer last time.
Yeah, exactly. So we finally got something that I think, to me, honors the spirit of Aqua Velva, reminds you of that old school kind of cologne fragrance, but at the same time, just a little bit more modern smelling. So, yeah.
I still haven't tried yours. Patrick Roblowski. Patrick, you're in the house, right? Come on, man. Thank you, Addison. I love that fragrance, and that was a great day, a great hike. Just the wife and I and the dogs that went up for that. That's another one. Something that's super cool about doing these outdoor shave videos that I never had anticipated before. That for myself, and sometimes even for the family, I create an unforgettable shave. I mean, a shave that you will always remember. Like when I did Atlantis, where I was there on the beach, I will never forget that shave video. And Atomic Pumpkin, that was another one that was just the day spent with the family, just the shave itself, just everything about it, because it becomes more than a shave. It's a journey. It's an expedition. It's just, and there's so many that are like that.
Yeah.
Bueller.
No, this was number 61, right?
Yeah, it was number 61. Yeah, Patrick Roblowski.
I don't see anybody.
No. Let's just make it a part of it's going to be a replay. So for Reaper at the barbershop, let's do hashtag wet shaving store, or no, let's do hashtag Elysian, guys. Hashtag Elysian. And then you want the soap, cocoa, orange truffle. And then I have a $20 gift card for the shave supply, courtesy of Gareth. Just hashtag shave supply. So hashtag Elysian for Reaper, cocoa truffle. So good. And with the Reaper of the Barbershop, that is open to international. Just remember that what Andy is asking for international winners is you pay $8 of the shipping. He'll pay the other $8 or whatever's left over, and he will mail that internationally. So that's not just CONUS. And I'll mail this anywhere as well. So Elysian, cocoa truffle, and shave supply. James
Yeah.
Mabina would pivot to you if it happened. Blah, blah, blah. Defo, not a bot, Tobin. Oh, come on, Fuzz. That's exactly what a bot would say. A bot would say, "I'm not a bot." It's in your programming. Shannon, I want to thank you for joining us out here today. It was great talking with you, and I appreciate your patience getting it dialed in. I may just have to stick with StreamYard and just accept it for what it is. Except for the premium is so damn expensive. It's like $70 a month. To get the premium version, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to thank everyone for joining us out here. They can't make a bot that recreates Tobin. No, that requires older software. This outdated. And no, guys, don't do those hashtags in this live. Do it when it repops back up. Put those hashtags in that. That's for the replay now, because otherwise it'll make it too hard to figure out like who wanted it. So here in a minute, this will become like an actual video, so that people can watch the replay. And then in that replay, just go to it and put in your hashtags.
Cool.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Gareth. And yeah, love you all a long time. Take care, you guys. Thank you.